Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star 2 episode number 22 based on novel. So let's start. At this moment, in the City Lord's mansion, 5 incarnations of divine power sat in a hall. They were the leaders of the 5 major families. Mo Li Meng has left Luo his cave. Commander Mo Li Xiao sat there, with purple horns like a crown, his face a little old, his eyes calm. Luo, he was just assassinated. He suspected that it was an assassin sent by us, and he refused the position of deputy commander of Huyang Legion. We let Mo Lemon go to explain, which is already a courtesy to Luo he. The Lord of Huyang City frowned slightly. Let him serve as the deputy commander of the Huyang army. This is the highest position we can offer. The higher-ranking city lords and commanders are directly appointed by the king. The position they gave was the 3rd highest position in Huyang City. A higher position? The 5 major families had no right to appoint anyone privately. This is their greatest sincerity. I gave him a chance to ease the situation, but he refused. The white-haired figure shook his head slightly. We took the initiative to give in, but he refused. The figure in blood-red scale armor had cold eyes. Among our 5 major families, there are 2 royal families and 3 chaotic families. We suppressed the opposition within the family and took a step back, but he was unwilling to accept our kindness. As the leader of the branch of the royal family Wu clan that came to Huyang City, Wu Kulu was naturally arrogant. They were willing to take a step back first, purely because Luo Feng was strong enough. The leaders of the 5 major families all know that no matter how powerful their background is, they must respect the strength of their opponents. We gave in, but Luo he was unwilling to do so. The leader of the Meiwu clan, with branches and leaves growing on his body, exuding a strong breath of life, said leisurely, "We can understand the overall situation, but the many eternal true gods of our 5 major families cannot tolerate this." Everyone present understood this. As the leaders of the branches of the family that came to Huyang City, they were all quite outstanding. But the majority of the tribesmen under them were very ordinary. After a long period of enjoyment, those tribesmen had long been accustomed to being high and mighty, and they could not tolerate the provocation of Luo Shenjian. The heads of the 5 major families also have to consider the emotions within the family. I gave him a chance, but he didn't want it. So let's spend some money to get rid of him. The blood-colored scale-armored figure said calmly, "Even if we can't kill him, we have to make him hide forever like a blood cloud and never dare to show up." The leader of the food nation, Blood Cloud, has been hiding. If he is exposed, he will be immediately attacked and killed by the 5 major families. In Huyang City, the 5 major families occupied the advantageous geographical location, and Xue Yun could only hide. "Brother Wu, I've said it before. Invite a strong man from outside to kill him." The leader of the Meiwu clan also laughed. The territory of the Yu kingdom is vast, and there are many strong men, some of whom are stronger than the Blood Cloud and the Luo her god. "I don't agree with this," Commander Mo Li Xiao said coldly. "Mo Li, can you tolerate this?" The blood-colored scale-armored figure sneered. "You can tolerate this, but my Wu family cannot. The Wu family is a family of the God King, so naturally they are very arrogant. Xue Yun is the leader of the Shen nation, and is our mortal enemy. But Lord Luohe is an idol eternal true god, so there is no need to force him to our enemy side." Commander Mo Li Xiao said calmly, "Even if we invite strong men from other places, you know that it is easy to defeat but difficult to kill. Once Lord Luohe escapes the attack, he will only hate us more. At that time, there will always be a big enemy in the dark. It is not a good thing. We don't care about the Shi kingdom, so why should we be afraid of Luo he?" The blood-colored scale-armored figure snorted coldly. "Lord Chu Meng, what do you think?" We took a step back, but he ignored us. "For the sake of internal stability of the 5 major families, I think we can take action," said the Lord of Huyang City. Commander Mo Li Xiao shook his head slightly. The white-haired figure also said, "I think I'll think about it again." "If we 2 have agreed, then this matter can be settled," said the figure with bloody scales. "The city lord and brother Wu both agree, and I agree too." The leader of the Meiwu family said with a smile, There is no need to argue about this matter anymore. The Lord of Huyang City comes from the royal family, Chu Meng clan. The blood-colored scale-armored figure Wu Kulu is the leader of the royal family, Wu clan. The branches of the two royal families in Huyang City have a status that is slightly higher than the three major chaos families, and they will not tolerate provocation. Then I will start preparing for this matter, said the leader of the Mengwu family. At the same time, he also purchased all the information about Lord Luohe from the Yangfeng Guild Hall. Since he was going to take action, he naturally had to thoroughly understand the other party's background. Information changes over time, so you have to buy the latest information. When we encounter trouble in the future, they will just hide behind. Mo Lixia was quite helpless. The two royal families decided on this matter, and the Meiwu family supported it. He and the Jiang family could not stop it at all. It's a bit strange. The leader of the Meiwu family was a little confused. The other four leaders looked at him. I tried to buy the latest information about Lord Luohe from Yangfeng Guild Hall, but it cost 5,000 cosmic sands. The leader of the Meiwu family looked at his four companions in a serious tone. A piece of information is so expensive? When he attacked Chen Yuchong and my Wu Qi, I bought his information. At that time, it only cost 100 cosmic sands. The white-haired figure at the side said in surprise, "It's only been one night, and the price of his information has increased so much. All my information only costs 500 cosmic sands." Commander Mo Lixia couldn't believe it. All the information of Xueyun also costs 500 cosmic sands. But this Luohe god wants 5,000 cosmic sands? They knew very well that the Yangfeng Club had a systematic pricing system, complete system established by the ancient country of Yangfeng, and that the pricing was never random. Try buying some and see what the situation is. The Lord of Huyang City ordered. 5,000 cosmic grains of sand, they don't care. What they care about is, a mere piece of information is sold at such a high price, which makes the leaders of the five major families a little nervous. Okay. The leader of the Meiwu family immediately purchased the information. The leader of the Meiwu family couldn't believe it and said, "The information given by Yangfeng Hall is that an extremely powerful eternal true god, Yin Kang, died tonight in the cave of Lord Luohe. Yangfeng Guild will not sell information about transactions between clients and Yangfeng Guild. But through the use of cause and effect, it was determined that Yin Kang was dead, which was the Yangfeng Guild's own method. Once any client holding a causal summons dies, Yangfeng Club can instantly determine the death and lock the location. Even if there is no causal communication order, the location cannot be locked. But as long as there is an intersection and a causal relationship occurs, Yangfeng Hall can also determine whether the causal relationship exists or not. Existence means life. Disappearance means death. Yin Kang died in Lord Luohe's cave? Everyone present changed color. Yin Kang's strength is unquestionable. He possesses more than one mechanical secret treasure and has mastered several Chaos Realm moves. His ability to escape is even stronger. Mo Lixia said, he once killed the Chaos Lord's child in Shi country, which made the Chaos Lord furious. He sent his elite team to hunt him down. I heard that he encountered attacks several times, but he survived and finally escaped successfully into my Yu country. After all, there was a conflict between the Yu state and the Shi state, and the elite troops under the Chaos Lord did not dare to chase and kill so brazenly within the territory of the Yu state. The Chaos Lord had more than 300 children, and he had always wanted to train, screen and eliminate them. If one of them died, the hunting force would not be too strong. This was one of the reasons why Yin Kang escaped. If it is a Chaos Lord who has only a few children, if you kill their children, the Chaos Lord will probably hunt you down personally, or even invite his friends to help. Then there will be nowhere to escape. Even so, Yin Kang's survival still made him famous. He was able to survive the pursuit of the elite team sent by the Lord of Chaos, but died in the cave of Lord Luohe? The leaders of the 5 major families were all shocked. Luo Feng sat leisurely in the pavilion on the top of the mountain drinking wine. Life is not just about practicing. After the battle, Luo Feng just wanted to relax and reflect on himself. Luo Feng looked outside the cave door in confusion. It hasn't been long since Mo Limeng left, why is he here again? It was still Mo Limeng's flying boat. 3 figures flew down. Mo Limeng was followed by an old man with a similar appearance but thinner, and another one was a 3-eyed man with a purple gold scale tail. Why are Mo Lixiao and the city lord here? Luo Feng was surprised. The Legion commander and the city lord are the 2 people with the highest official status in Huyang City. Qingyang, go open the door. Luo Feng ordered from a distance. Yes. Mo Yu Qingyang immediately went to open the main door and saw 3 figures outside the door. Mo Yu Qingyang was shocked after seeing them, Commander Mo Lixiao and Lord Huyang? As the only gatekeeper in the cave, Mo Yu Qingyang had already received intelligence from his master and knew all the eternal true gods in Huyang City. This way, when a visitor came, he would be able to recognize him. The master lets you in. Mo Yu Qingyang suppressed his nervousness. When had he, a mere true god, ever come into contact with a commander and a city lord? They didn't even take the initiative to greet us, but just asked a servant to open the door. It's obvious that they are still dissatisfied. The Lord of Huyang City conveyed a message to his companions. I have his strength, which makes me even more dissatisfied. Mo Lixiao said in a voice transmission. The city lord and the commander flew to the pavilion on the top of the mountain together, and Mo Limeng followed behind. Inside the pavilion, Luo Feng was sitting there drinking, with a few wine jugs beside him, and it was obvious that he had drunk a lot. The city lord and the commander-in-chief are here together, which really gives me face. Luo Feng looked at them with a smile. Please take a seat. From beginning to end, Luo Feng sat there without getting up. Thinking of how they condoned my Wuqi to massacre hundreds of millions of his people, Luo Feng was too lazy to get up. Lord Luohe. Lord Huyang sighed, the incident in Meiwuchi was indeed our fault. As the lord of the city, I cannot completely control the eternal true gods in my family. It is a good thing that Lord Luohe took action this time. It can make them truly afraid. The 5 major families should thank Lord Luohe. Mo Lixiao also said, we will also say in the 5 major families that Lord Luohe did a good job in killing people. If we find such a thing in the future, we can continue to kill people. I believe that this will also better deter the eternal true gods of the 5 major families. Luo Feng was surprised. The 5 major families bowed their heads? This is an apology from our 5 major families. Lord Huyang took the initiative to step forward and offer a jade bottle. It contains some items to assist in cultivation. I hope it can resolve the hatred between the Divine Lord and my 5 major families. Luo Feng swept his divine power and was somewhat surprised. Inside the jade bottle is a pale white liquid like a lake. This is the blood of the Yi beast, which is quite famous in the territory of Yu State. When taken, it is as if the body is merging into chaos, and it is very effective in comprehending the law of chaos. Luo Feng judged that this bottle was worth about 1 million cosmic sands. Lord Luohe, what we said is true. The 5 major families in Huyang City are eternal true gods. If this happens again, Lord God will deal with it according to the laws of the Yu Kingdom. We will only support Lord God. Commander Mo Lixiao said. You 2 have confused me a little. Luo Feng said, more than one person has told me before that the 5 major families will not give up. Mo Limeng on the side felt a little embarrassed. He said that he knew the 5 major families very well and that the 5 major families would not give up. In the end, this world is all about strength. Commander Mo Lixiao said, now, complete piece of information from you, Lord Luohe, requires 5,000 cosmic sands in the Flamewind Hall. Our 5 major families naturally have to respect your strength. The moment you know your strength, the leaders of the 5 major families understood something. In Huyang City, the City Lord's mansion and the Food Kingdom represented 2 extremes, and they fought fiercely. In the past, there was a very transcendent force in Huyang City, and the City Lord's mansion and the Food Kingdom did not dare to invade. That was the Yangfeng Guild Hall. And now, in Huyang City, apart from the Yangfeng Guild Hall, there is also a Luohe god. My complete intelligence, Yangfeng Guild Hall sells 5,000 cosmic sands. Luo Feng was surprised. Mo Lemeng said, Yang Feng Guild Hall has determined through cause and effect that tonight, an extremely powerful eternal true god, Yin Kang, died in your cave, Lord Luoha. The assassin tonight is called Yin Kang? Luo Feng murmured. He really didn't know him. After all, after he came to the origin continent after reincarnation, the only large city he lived in was Huyang City. Luo Feng had only purchased some basic intelligence about the endless and vast world outside Huyang City, so he naturally didn't know Yin Kang. This is Yin Kang's information. Mo Lemeng sent a detailed intelligence via a communication order. Luo Feng understood at a glance that this Yin Kang was as powerful as Mo Lixiao and Xu Yun, and most importantly, he had a strong ability to survive. He survived the pursuit of the elite team sent by the Lord of Chaos. After killing an assassin, the price of my information has skyrocketed. Luo Feng shook his head and sighed. If I had known that he was Yin Kang, I would have accepted his reward in the Dark Hall of Yang Feng Guild Hall. Unfortunately, I missed out on a lot of money. Luo Feng usually only looks at the rewards within Huyang City. Rewards from other cities? Countless. When Yin Kang died, Yang Feng Guild Hall also cancelled the bounty mission for Yin Kang. After deducting 10% of the original bounty, the rest would be returned. It's just some bounty, not worth mentioning to Lord Luoha. Commander Mo Lixiao said. The Lord of Huyang City also said, as a border city, Huyang City is the front line of the conflict with the Food Kingdom. Commander Mo Lixiao and I are under great pressure. We need to do our best to deal with the forces of the Food Kingdom. If Lord Luoha is willing to help, we can easily earn a large reward. You three can go back now. Luo Feng didn't want to talk to them anymore. Sorry for disturbing you. City Lord Huyang, Mo Lixiao and Mo Lemeng all stood up. Soon, the three of them said goodbye and left. The cave door was closed, and Mo Yuqingyan was trembling as he watched. The Lord of Huyang City and the commander came together, but the master didn't even greet them. When he asked them to leave, the master didn't see them off, and the Lord of Huyang City and the others weren't angry at all. When we are together, the master is obviously more powerful. Mo Yuqingyan was also excited. What great opportunity did I, Mo Yuqingyan, encounter to be able to worship the master as my teacher? I must work hard to comprehend the 10 basic laws first. The unfathomable strength of the master made Mo Yuqingyan fight even harder. As long as the 5 major families and the Food Kingdom forces don't do anything stupid, they won't come to provoke me. Luo Feng thought, I can just practice in peace for a while. Luo Feng took a few steps and entered the underground hall. The Star Tower was placed in the underground hall. At this moment, Morosa was digesting food in one of the floors of the Star Tower, while Luo Feng went to another floor. With a wave of his hand, many spoils of war appeared in front of Luo Feng. The harvest this time is not that big. Luo Feng took a look. Chen Yuchong was a commander of the Huyang Guard, but the treasures he left behind after his death are only worth about 200,000 cosmic sands in total. The treasures left behind by Mai Wuqi after his death are worth about 300,000 cosmic sands in total. Neither of them is considered very rich. Luo Feng shook his head. This is normal. Although the status of ordinary eternal true gods of big families like Mai Wuqi is noble, their expenses are high. And how much can they save from the cosmic sand distributed by their families? In terms of individual wealth, they are not as good as the president of the Blood Python. Yin Kang is still rich. Luo Feng looked at the other large amounts of spoils. The most valuable things on Yin Kang are 2 single-unit mechanical secret treasures. The other treasures he carried with him, including the cosmic sand, of average value. All the treasures he left behind are worth about 3.5 million cosmic sands. Compared to his status, it's still a little less. I guess the other wealth he accumulated was used in his own cultivation. Luo Feng also understood. Bloodline cultivation consumes a lot of resources. Massive resources are invested just to make the bloodline transform and become stronger. This is a bottomless pit. Many strong people have invested a lot of resources but still cannot become the master of chaos. 2 mechanical secret treasures. One is the sword in the world, which only has the move condensing chaos power and is worth about 1.5 million cosmic sands. The other is the 10,000 Worlds Escape Order, which is how Yin Kang was able to teleport in Huyang City. Even under the suppression of my control chaos, with this treasure, his body movement still surpassed mine. Luo Feng controlled Wu Yue and exerted his control over chaos with such terrifying power that the Blood Python president was suppressed and had no ability to resist. Yin Kang resisted such suppression, and his body movement skills still surpassed Luo Feng. This could not be achieved by relying on realm alone, but also because he had a powerful mechanical treasure of escape type. The mechanical secret treasure is of great help to me now. But in the future, the help will become less and less. Luo Feng understood this. The perfect divine body that was refined for the second time, even if the realm was low and the moves were crude, its power was comparable to that of a mechanical secret treasure. The purple jade beast was also pierced through the body by a palm in front of Luo Feng. As my realm improves, the power of my perfect divine body will become stronger. If I refine my body 3 more times, it will be greatly improved. The help that the mechanical flow secret treasure can provide to me will be even more insignificant. The perfect divine body and will are one's true reliance. Luo Feng closed his eyes and began to concentrate on sensing the chaos laws in the ruins of chaos next door, and began to immerse himself in practice. All forces in Huyang City believe that the 5 major families will not give up, and want to see the next conflict between the 5 major families and Lord Luoha. But the result is, the 5 major families were scared. At first, all parties thought that the 5 major families were secretly inviting experts, and it might take some time for them to arrive in Huyang City. But as time passed, everyone understood. As for the news that Yin Kang was killed by Lord Luoha, it was information worth 5,000 cosmic sands after all. Only a few forces purchased the information and would not be willing to spread it. Why can other families easily obtain the information that we paid a great price to know? As time passed, the only people who knew the news that Lord Luoha killed Yin Kang were still the very top few forces in Huyang City, and these forces naturally became more wary of Luo Feng. Time of cultivation passed like flowing water, and before I knew it, 26 centuries had passed. In Huyang City, inside a dark hall, a figure in a white robe and wearing a red mask stood there, looking at the blood-red flame in the air in front of him. The blood-red flame exuded an aura of disaster and darkness. "My lord." The figure in white robe bowed respectfully. "Shuiyun, you have been in Huyang City for a long time." A voice came from the blood-colored flame, "But so far, you have not been able to complete the tasks I assigned to you." Blood Cloud Divine Lord was extremely respectful. "My lord, I dare not slack off and try every possible means to track down the complete formation diagram of Huyang City. However, the formation of Huyang City has been repaired and supplemented for generations, and it has become extremely vast and complex. The formation master who repaired it personally only knows the formation of a small area he is responsible for, and it is impossible for him to understand the complete formation. I just want the result." Bloody Flame said in a cold voice, "I'll give you 1 last century to get the complete battle formation diagram of Huyang City. I will send 2 masters to help you. If you still can't do it within 1 century, you can come back. I will make other arrangements for Huyang City." Lord Blood Cloud was startled. If he fails within a century, then the affairs of Huyang City will not be his responsibility. As the leader of the Food Nation in Huyang City, although it was quite dangerous, the Food Nation would also provide him with resources continuously. Many of these resources fell into the hands of Blood Cloud Divine Monarch himself. Lord Blood Cloud, who desires to challenge the Lord of Chaos, naturally requires a large amount of resources. If you are called back and the mission fails, the resources you will get in the future will be greatly reduced. My lord, within a century, I will seize the complete battle formation map of Huyang City at the cost of my life. Lord Blood Cloud said respectfully. I have arranged helpers for you, and you will also have no shortage of resources. I hope you won't let me down again this time. The blood-red flame's voice was cold, and finally it went out quietly. The extremely respectful Blood Cloud God finally relaxed. No matter how powerful he was, he still dared not show the slightest disrespect in front of the Marquis, who had been the Lord of Chaos for a long time. After all, no matter how powerful the eternal true God was, he would be easily crushed to death in front of an ancient Lord of Chaos like the Marquis. The Marquis has lost his patience. Blood Cloud Divine Lord seemed to be thinking, he is so anxious. It seems that the Marquis is going to take some major action. I wonder how strong the two helpers sent by the Marquis are. Lord Blood Cloud was very patient. He planned to wait for the two powerful helpers to arrive before deciding on a plan to seize the battle formation map of Huyang City. Within a century, even if I cannot obtain the complete battle formation map of Huyang City, I must have enough merit. Otherwise, the Marquis will not let me off easily. If you have taken a lot of resources, you must have corresponding credit. It was snowing heavily and the sky and the earth were covered in white. The heavy snow in Huyang City is extremely cold, and every snowflake is like a crystal gem. Luo Feng sat on the top of the mountain above his own cave, reaching out to catch the falling snowflakes. The structure of each snowflake was very mysterious, like a battle formation diagram. My understanding of the laws is getting slower and slower. Luo Feng thought, I have been in the origin continent for 27 centuries. In the early days, I made rapid progress, but now my progress is getting slower and slower. This is also normal. In terms of realm, he can be regarded as at the peak level of eternal true God. It is not easy to completely integrate a large number of scattered insights and comprehend the complete law of chaos. Luo Feng looked down the mountain and saw his servant Mo Yu Qingyang, who was also deep in thought. You silly boy, is it so difficult to comprehend the laws? You haven't figured out the 10 basic laws yet. Morosa said, shaking his head while gnawing on meat. Mo Yu Qingyang couldn't help but say, Lord Luo-sa, I have comprehended the 8 basic laws in just over 20 epochs, which is fast enough. Even my father said that my comprehension speed is very fast. Too slow. You are stupid if you still haven't comprehended the 10 basic laws even though I've taught you. Morosa said disdainfully, it is very simple to comprehend the laws. You have to understand that these laws do not exist in isolation, they are interrelated. It is because of the combination of different laws that everything works. Morosa said, I have said it before, you have to consider their relationship with each other and think about their essence. I don't understand. Mo Yu Qingyang shook his head. Alas, the eldest and third sons of your Mo Yu family have all become true gods of the void, and you are the only one who is still a true god. Just be more careful, I feel ashamed that you are so weak. Morosa shook his head, whether it was the master or me, we were much faster than you when we were practicing. Mo Yu Qingyang remained silent. He still wanted Morosa to teach him, so he naturally didn't dare to confront him and had to find a way to coax him. Luo Feng landed nearby. Master. Morosa, Mo Yu Qingyang stood up immediately. Come with me. Luo Feng ordered. This video will end here.